Hey there everyone, this is Jeff Perkins with JD Cutlery putting together a video on the CKF SM Special. This is one that I was hoping to get a number more of in, but unfortunately my supplier messed up my order, and instead of getting 8 I ended up with a whopping 1. Which is very unfortunate because this is a very cool and unique knife. Of course, it is the Custom Knife Factory collaboration with Alexi. I'm going to spell his last name because I'll mess it up. Vorobyov. So this is a pretty cool collaboration. It's got some very unique aspects to it. Some different things that were pretty cool. First off, you see the extra little pieces. Those are additional flipper types. So right now it's got this bigger flipper that's got the ball in it. You got a medium size and then a small. And then, as usual with Custom Knife Factory, they have given you an extra pocket clip. So I went ahead and anodized all the flippers and the extra pocket clip purple. And then the one that I put on the actual knife, I did the purple storm to match the frame. So you can change out the different flippers to whatever makes you happy there. The other kind of unique thing with this one is when you undo this little tiny screw, you can pop that off and flip it around and make it a tip down carry if you'd like. As you can see, I swapped it right off the bat. It did come as a tip down carry, but I'm too much of a lanyard fan, so I throw a lanyard on just about everything, so I made it tip up carry and threw a custom lanyard on it. One of the very nice features that they did was add a Trox screwdriver with this, so you can take those tiny little screws out, because those are probably a Trox number 5. They are teeny tiny little screws, and as usual they give you extras of everything. You've got extra bearing, extra steel inserts the bearings run on, and every single one of the screws in it as well. So as per usual, you've got all of the extra goodies with it, and you really can't ask for anything more than that, because as you work on it and play with it and that type of thing, of course you'll strip out a screw head or any number of different things, so it's always nice to have those extras. Overall specs on this one, the blade length is 3.54 inches. It is M390 steel. Closed length is 4.48 inches. Overall length on this one is 8.07 inches, and it weighs in at 4.16 ounces. Of course, it's got the titanium scales on this side, and then the other side has a titanium scale with a really nicely done milled carbon fiber insert, which is definitely very nice. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Go ahead and get all the little specs out of the way. So these are very neat. They fit in very nicely, and there's just a little tiny screw that holds that guy on there. Each one of these has a little hole for the screw. I was kind of taken with the pocket clip. Both pocket clips are the same. You've got that milled out spot to lighten it up just a tad. Also gives it a cool look. Very sculpted. And then you've got the spot for your 2 little tiny screws that go through the back side of the clip and down in. Definitely very nicely done pocket clip. And again, very cool that they give you 2 of them. So this guy turned out beautifully. I buffed it all out, gave it a high voltage purple background, and then ran it through the storm process. And again, you can see the little tiny screws that are in there. Unscrew those two, unscrew this one, and you can swap these two pieces around. The other thing that this little plate or the pocket clip is covering when it's up in this position is the number 8 Torx screw that holds the pivot in place. So they did a nice job of hiding everything. The carbon fiber is beautiful on this one. It's milled out, gives you a little bit of texture, and the screws come up from the back side. So again, you look at this knife, you don't see a single screw other than that one holding the flipper in. Now this is a liner lock, even though it's got full titanium handles. They've done this up as a liner lock. I've got a little video on my Instagram with everything taken apart. 2 of those little screws are holding it in, and that gives you the perfect tension. They've done some little cutouts just for looks, as well as that little tiny deal. I personally can't get it to open with that. Can't flip it with my finger either, so I think that one's just there for looks. Not quite enough purchase to grab it with your thumb either. But that being said, this is a flipper, and she flips beautifully. Very smooth action, nicely done, flat ground blade with a swedge at the top. And then over on this side, it's showing you the M390 and the serial number of 72. This one is not highly marked up with the name of the company or anything. You got your CKF there, and that is pretty much it. Now this flipper has a little ball in there, and you can't really see it as well. When I took it all apart, it was pretty cool because you can see just how perfectly all those components fit together. So action, super smooth. This one is pretty adjustable. So I've been finding currently it's just a hair off. It does not take much on these custom knife factories as you play with the pivots. So you unscrew this screw and you've got the pivot on the other side. Just loosening the blade a tiny bit is going to pull that blade back over perfectly in the center that direction. As I played with it, I tightened it up just a little bit. I wanted to make sure it was plenty tight there. But as you can see, I pulled it over just a hair. It's not touching or anything, but it is a hair off. So I will make some adjustments there to try and get that tightened in just a little bit better before I ship it out. And I really do. The anodizing turned out great on this. This is one that I'm probably going to go ahead and take with me to Blade Show. We're about 2 weekends away from Blade Show, and I did see that CKF posted that they were going to be there, and I'm really hoping to get on board as a direct dealer for them so I don't run into the exact situation that I had with this one, where I wanted 10 plus of these and ended up with a whopping 1 because the manufacturer, well, because my source messed up. So I am hoping to become a direct dealer with them. Really looking forward to going to Blade Show, and I will probably take this one with just so I can show them exactly what I'm doing. So this one will be up on the website for sale. Like I said, I am probably going to try and take her over to Blade Show, so it'll probably be listed as sale pending for the time being, and then we'll see kind of how everything turns out from there. Thank you for tuning in. I do have a number of different CKFs on order. We'll see if I get them. There is a new Anthony Marfione collaboration. I've got a number of those on back order. They have the new Satori 3.0 that they're talking about releasing soon, and I have those on order. Not to mention the CKF Justice. I'm really hoping that they get a hold of those, because that's one that personally I would love to own. That integral frame and everything is just beautiful. My supplier said they were going to get them, but we haven't gotten any word as to when that might happen or if it's even actually going to happen. But thank you again for tuning in. You can check us out on the website at www.jdcutlery.com. See you on the next one.